Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Last time, when we left off, we had wrapped up on Eden Prime, and we were back aboard the Normandy, finishing out the prologue, before heading to the Citadel. Let's get to that. This seems to be an empty room.
Hey, Commander.
Dr. Chakwas, Ashley, and Caden. Let's talk to Dr. Chakwas first.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Personal questions.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Any regrets?
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Captain Anderson.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
Caden Alenko.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
An L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Complications?
What kind of
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Goodbye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Codex, 24XP. Technology. Biotic Amps. Biotics manipulate mass effect fields using dozens of element zero nodules within their nervous systems that react to electric stimuli from the brain. Amplifiers allow biotics to synchronize the nodules so they can form fields large and strong enough for practical use. Amplifiers can improve a specific discipline or talent. An implant is a surgically embedded interface port into which amps are plugged in. On humans, the implant is usually placed at the base of the skull for convenient access, though the user must be careful to keep it free of contaminants. Implant ports can fit a variety of amps, and there is a growing market for modifications and add-ons. The finest quality implants and amps are manufactured by Asari artisans, but the Alliance's L3 implants, first deployed in 2170, are a significant step forward.
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are three branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element zero. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Yikes. Alright, let's talk to Ashley. Well, let's see what else is in here. Alright, that's an elevator out of here. Okay, I'm actually... Changed my mind. I'm gonna talk to Caden first.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander. Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Well, that was easy. Alright, now I'll talk to Ashley.
After what happened to Jenkins, the crew could use some good news. They'll be glad to hear you're okay.
Excuse me. You don't sound glad.
Sounds like you're disappointed I survived.
I never want to see anything bad happen to a fellow Marine commander. Let's just leave it at that.
Sorry if I upset you.
I think we got off on the wrong foot, Williams. Maybe we could start again.
I'm not one to hold a grudge. I think we're all looking to put Eden Prime behind us.
How are you holding up?
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
You helped.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
Don't disappoint me.
Everyone on this ship has to do his or her part, Williams. Remember that.
Understood, sir.
To Paragon? Oh. I thought... I got it in my head that only the right side ever moved your Paragon and Renegade. Alright, let's be meaner.
Hey, Commander. After what happened to Jenkins, the crew could use some good news.
Why are you on the
They'll be glad to hear
Normandy?
you're okay.
You're not assigned to this ship.
Captain Anderson had me transferred to his command. Must have figured I knew what I was doing.
Something wrong.
You have a problem with me, Chief?
You questioned my competence through the entire mission.
That's my prerogative.
Best way to stop that is to show me you're competent. But I don't remember inviting you to come back to the ship with us.
You didn't. Captain Anderson did.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
I think we got off on the wrong
I'm
foot.
not one to hold a grudge.
How are you holding up?
I think we're all looking to put Eden Prime
Things were
behind.
pretty rough down
I've
there.
seen friends die, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians.
The mission failed.
But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Dead Marines, dead colonists. And in the end, we still didn't get that beacon.
You saved a lot of lives, Commander. It might be hard to keep that in perspective with what happened to Jenkins.
Save it.
I'm not looking for a shoulder to cry on, Williams. Just stay focused on your job.
Understood, sir.
Renegade +2. There we go.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge, Commander. Joker's waiting for you on the bridge, Commander.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Alright. Here's Shepard's locker. Scimitar 1, Avenger 2, Reaper 2. Codex entry. Isn't that the stuff I had anyway? Oh, no, no, no. Avenger 2, better in every way. Assault rifle wise. Yes, please transfer my assigned upgrades. Alright, Scimitar 2. That's the best shotgun I've got. Let's see, I've got my Edge 1, which is my best pistol. Sniper rifle wise, there's a Hammer 2. Okay, Hammer 2 is my best one. I'd do Phoenix 1 if I wanted more shields, but I don't. Codex. Systems Alliance, N7. The Alliance Military Vocational Code System classifies the career path of all serving personnel. The MVC consists of one letter and one number. A soldier's MVC indicates proficiency, not rank. The letter notes career path. The number indicates level of experience, as indicated by service record, technical scores, and commendations. All 26 letters are used, and numbers run from 1 to 7. N is the letter code for Special Forces personnel. Nice. How's my Renegade going? Getting up there. Love to see it. Okay. Who's back here? I can't even talk to them. Alright. Oh, wait. What popped up there? It was about to let me talk to someone. Oh, it highlighted Dr. Chocolates. Never mind. Let's get out of here. Where do these steps go, I wonder? That would be the bridge. I'm sure that's where Joker is. Let's go the other way first. In the Normandy's vehicle bay, using a squad member's locker allows you to assign equipment to them. New equipment may be purchased from the requisition officer. Interesting. Caden's locker. Equip Caden. Let's do Ashley first, and then he can have the leftovers. Ashley's locker. Equip Ashley. Alright, she got the bat. Okay, she can definitely have the Avenger 1 assault rifle. Let's see. She's already got a Scimitar 1, which is her best option there. Might as well give her a Hammer 2 assault rifle, or sniper rifle. Yep, that's better. She's fine. I want to give Caden the best pistol I can. And I can already give him the dregs of everything else. I like the Scimitar 1 shotgun. For his pistol, we'll definitely leave him with the Stinger 2. I'll give him a Reaper 2 assault rifle. And lastly, I could upgrade Ashley's pistol. But I think she's got the best one for her anyway. Okay, nice. Alliance Requisition Officer, M35 Mako. Codex, plus 12. Ships and vehicles.
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element 0 core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
Alliance Requisition Officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Supplies.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Pay you?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Investigate. Licenses.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Manufacturers?
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Licenses, or new items.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
What are licenses?
Okay.
Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're
Show me.
well worth the cost if you can find them.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. So, wow. Scorpion 4 heavy armor costs 25,000, and I've got 1,400. Scorpion 4 medium armor, 18,750. Scorpion 4 light armor, 12,500. Excuse me. Goodness. Avenger 3, 8,000. Storm 3, 7,000. Lancer 3, 6,250. Kessler 3, 3,750. Grenade upgrade 1. Increases maximum number of grenades carried by 1. Metagel upgrade 1. Increases maximum units of metagel by 1. I'll buy those. That makes sense to me. Now I can sell all the shit I'm not using. I don't have any Krogans yet. Let me look right quick. I want to see just how many party members I end up having. Two, three, four, five, six. 6 besides Shepard. So, if I assume I've got I've got 2 out of 6 right now, so I need 4 more of everything else. I only have 1 piece of Krogan heavy armor, so let me think. There's Garrus the Turian, Rex the Krogan, Liara the Quarian, or Liara the Asari, Tali the Quarian, Caden and Ashley the humans. So I have 1 Krogan, so I need to keep that. Assume everybody needs 1 of everything. I have 1 spare shotgun. I have 1 piece of Turian armor. 1 spare pistol. I'm holding on to that until my 2 soldiers unlock heavy armor. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 spare sniper rifles, so I can sell whichever sniper rifle I like the least. The Reaper 1, 82, 4.2, 47, 73, 2.4, 52. Alright, well the Reaper is better than, so I can sell 1 of these Avenger 1s. This armor is rejected. How many spare shotguns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many spare assault rifles? 1, 2, 3. This armor is rejected. This armor is rejected. There's... Okay. Have a Striker 2 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 spare pistols. And sell 2 of these. I'll sell the Kesslers. And I should hold on. I should actually install these ammo upgrades somewhere else. Alright. Codex, 12 experience. Technology.
Biotics is the ability of rare... Omni-tools are handheld devices that combine a computer microframe, sensor analysis pack, and manufacturing fabricator. Versatile and reliable, an Omni-tool can be used to analyze and adjust the functionality of most standard equipment, including weapons and armor, from a distance. The fabrication module can rapidly assemble small three-dimensional objects from common reusable industrial plastics, ceramics, and light alloys. This allows for field repairs and modifications to most standard items, as well as the reuse of salvaged equipment. Omni-tools are standard issue for soldiers and first-in colonists.
I should go ahead and install, in some of my backup weapons, some of these other ammo upgrades. Anti-personnel. Anti-personnel for the shotgun, sure. And then hammerhead for my sniper rifle. Why not? Okay, so yeah, here we go. So I got 4 spare sniper rifles, 4 spare pistols, 4 spare shotguns, 3 spare assault rifles. I'm holding on to all the armor I want to hold on to. Outstanding. That was productive. Field integrity monitor. Codex.
Biotics is the element 0 can increase or decrease the mass of a volume of space-time when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased. The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the dark energy mass effect. In space, low-mass fields allow FTL travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High-mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low-mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high-mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The military makes extensive use of mobility-enhancing technologies, with Mass Effect utilizing fighting vehicles standard frontline issue in most military forces. Mass Effect fields are also essential in the creation of kinetic barriers or shields to protect against enemy fire.
Element 0 core. More Codex.
Biotics is the... When subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed Element 0, or EZO, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel. EZO is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star. Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources. Humanity discovered refined Element 0 at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create Mass Effect fields and develop FTL travel.
All right. Engineer Adams.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander. Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Alright. That seems to be everything we can do before the bridge. Let's head there next. Navigator Presley's here. Galaxy map is here. Can't mess with the galaxy map yet. Let's examine Nav Manual 1.4.1. More Codex! Military jargon. Nice. Ashore. When a ship's crew leaves the vessel, they are ashore. Though normally used regarding planets, it can refer to boarding a space station. Away. When a ship releases the equipment tethering it to a space station or surface dock, it is away. Aye aye. The proper way to acknowledge an order. If told to attack, the correct response is aye aye, sir. If asked, are you proud to be a Marine, the correct response is yes, sir. ASAP. Pronounced ASAP, an acronym of as soon as possible. Belay, stop, cease, bridge. The navigation center of an aircraft of a spacecraft where the steering is done. Captain's mast. Non-judicial disciplinary proceedings by unit commanders. CIC, Combat Information Center, the command center of a spacecraft. The CIC is filled with sensor displays to make sense out of the chaos of combat. DC, Damage Control, the containment and repair of damage to a spacecraft. ECM, electronic countermeasures used to avoid enemy sensors from passive emissions masking to active jamming. EVA, extravehicular activity, time spent in a pressure suit outside of a vehicle, spacecraft, or station. Flank. The flank is the side of a military formation. Since the soldiers are facing elsewhere, an enemy that can attack on the flank can often turn it or roll it up. FNG, freaking new guys, a derisive term for inexperienced personnel. Groundside, the surface of a planet. Helmsman, the crew member who pilots a spacecraft. LADAR, light amplified detection and ranging, an active sensor that bounces lasers off an object to determine its bearing and distance. LADAR has sufficient resolution that the data can be reconstructed into an image. Shore party, spacecraft crew sent ashore on official business. Silent running, an old submariners term used aboard the Normandy to denote when stealth systems are active. SITREP, abbreviation of Situation Report, an evaluation of the current military situation. Spacer, someone who has spent most of their life in space. XO, executive officer, the second in command of an Alliance warship. The XO is responsible for administrative and personnel matters. Alright. Racking up Codex entries. I'll talk to Presley in a moment, but I just want to make sure these staircases are as identical as I feel like they probably are. Very good. Alright, let's talk to Presley.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Let's head back here. You know me, do everything except actually go talk to Joker and advance the story. FTL comlink. Codex! Communications. Real-time communication is possible thanks to networks of expensive mass relay comm buoys that can daisy-chain a transmission via lasers. Comm buoys are maintained in patterns built outward from each mass relay. The buoys are little more than a cluster of primitive miniature mass relays. Each individual buoy is connected to a partner on another buoy in the network, forming a corridor of low-mass space. Tight beam communications lasers are piped through these tubes of FTL space, allowing virtually instantaneous communication to anywhere on the network. The networks connect across regions by communications lasers through the mass relays. With this system, the only communications delay is the light lag between the source or destination and the closest buoy. So long as all parties remain within half a light second, 150,000 kilometers of buoys, seamless real-time communications are possible. Since buoys are maintained in all traveled areas, most enjoy unlimited instant communication. Ships only suffer communications lag when operating off established deep space routes, around uninhabited outer system gas giants, and other unsettled areas. During wartime, comm buoy networks are the first target of attack. Once the network is severed, it can take anywhere from weeks to years to get a message out of a contested system. In systems where a buoy network has not yet been built or has been destroyed, rapid communication means ferrying information through high-speed courier ships and unmanned data drones. Alright. I imagine we'll have some cutscenes as we go transition to the Citadel, after talking to Joker. All these crew members. Nobody wants to talk to me. Except Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
They're blind.
I'm not gonna sit on my ass just because the Council doesn't want to do anything. If they won't stop Saren, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Important locations on new mark are mapped. Press M to access it. I got 2 Renegade and another Codex entry. And a new mission. Prologue. The beacon on Eden Prime was destroyed. Before it self-destructed, it burned horrific images of death and galactic destruction into your mind. Whether these are images of the past or warnings of the future, you can't really say. Okay, that's done. Citadel, expose Saren. You have to prove to the Citadel Council that Saren, one of their Spectre agents, has gone rogue. Go to the Citadel Tower on the Presidium for an audience with the Council. Still no assignments. Let's see what the Codex entry was.
The Citadel is an ancient... The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
All right, and with that, I'm going to call it an episode. We didn't really do a lot on the Normandy, but there was a fairly big lore dump, and next time we'll kick off exploring the Citadel. So until then, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, I hope you like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to discuss this or any of my other videos, the link to my Discord server is in the video description. And if you want to say in the next Patreon chosen game, once Mass Effect is done, the link to support me on Patreon is also in the video description. Thank you again for watching, and have a fantastic day. See you tomorrow with Demon Souls. Bye-bye.